My father died with $2.1 million. He started with nothing. On his deathbed, he told me a secret. It was not about stocks. It was not about property. It was something so simple that I almost did not believe him. But I followed it, and it changed everything about how I live today. Come sit with me. My name is Victoria. I am 72 years old. I am not a financial advisor. I am not telling you what to do with your money. I am sharing what my father taught me and what I learned from following his advice. Let me tell you about my father. He was not a wealthy man for most of his life. He worked with his hands. He did not go to university. He did not inherit anything from anyone. My parents lived modestly. A small house, one car, holidays at the seaside, not abroad. But when my father died, I went through his accounts with my mother, and I was shocked. He had accumulated over £2 million, not because he earned a high salary, because he did one thing consistently for 50 years. One thing that seemed almost too simple to matter. On his deathbed, I asked him how he did it. He was weak. He could barely speak. But he looked at me and said 3 words. Pay yourself first. That was it. That was the secret. Pay yourself first. I did not understand at first. I thought he meant something dramatic, some investment strategy I had never heard of. But he explained it to me slowly in the days before he passed. He said every month, before you pay anyone else, before you pay the bills, before you buy groceries, before you do anything, you put money aside for yourself. Not a large amount, any amount, but you do it first, not last, first. He said most people save what is left over at the end of the month, and there is never anything left over, so they save nothing. You must save before you spend, not after. That was his secret. I was 22 years old when my father died. I had just watched my mother struggle because she did not know how to manage money. I had just watched her learn everything at the worst possible time, and I had just heard my father's secret. I decided to try it. The first month I put aside £5. That was all I could afford. £5. It felt ridiculous. What was £5 going to do? But I did it again the next month, and the month after that. I did it before I paid rent, before I bought food, before anything else. £5. After a year, I had £60. Not nothing, not life-changing, but something. And then I started increasing the amount. £10, 20, 50. As I earned more, I saved more. But the habit never changed. I always paid myself first. That habit is the reason I am where I am today. Let me pause here. I upload every evening. If you are not yet here for that, the subscribe button is just below. I would very much like you to join me. Here is what I learned from following my father's advice for 50 years. 1. The amount does not matter. The habit does. I started with £5. £5. That is a cup of tea and a biscuit. But the habit of doing it first, every month, without exception, trained my brain. Saving became automatic. I did not have to decide every month. I just did it. Most people wait to see what is left. Nothing is ever left. Pay yourself first, and you will always have something. 2. You do not miss money you never see. The money I saved was gone before I saw my bank account. It went into a separate account automatically. I did not see it. I did not count it as spendable, so I did not miss it. That is the magic of paying yourself first. You adapt to whatever is left. You always do. Humans are good at that, so make sure what is left is smaller than what you earned. 3. Time is more important than amount. My father started saving in his 20s. He saved small amounts for 50 years. By the time he died, those small amounts had become a very large amount. Not because he was lucky, because he was consistent. I started at 22. If I had started at 42, I would have half of what I have now. Time is the only thing you cannot buy. Use it. 4. Paying yourself first is not selfish. My mother did not understand this. She thought saving for yourself meant you were taking away from the family. She was wrong. A mother who has her own foundation is a calmer mother, a less anxious mother, a mother who does not have to say yes to things she should say no to because she is afraid of being broke. Paying yourself first protected my children. It protected my marriages. It protected my peace. That is not selfish. That is wise. 5. This works whether you are rich or poor. My father was not rich. He was a working man, and he died with $2.1 million. Not because he earned a fortune, because he never stopped paying himself first, even in the lean years, even when it was hard, even when it felt pointless. I want to be very clear about something. I am not a financial advisor. I am not telling you what to do with your money. Please speak to a qualified professional before making any significant financial decisions. But I will say this. My father's advice is the single most important financial lesson I ever learned, and it costs nothing to learn. I have told my own children this advice. Caroline listened. William listened. The other one, the one I find difficult, he rolled his eyes. That is fine. The advice is there for him when he is ready. Here is what I want every woman watching to know. It is never too late to start paying yourself first. If you are 40, start today. If you are 50, start today. If you are 60, start today. If you are 70, start today. The amount does not matter. The habit does. Open a separate account. Name it something in your own mind. My father called it his freedom account. I call mine my quiet account. Move money into it on the same day every month, before you pay anyone else, before you do anything else, even if it is £5, even if it is £1, start. My father died with $2.1 million. He started with nothing. He was not a genius. He was not lucky. He was just consistent. He paid himself first for 50 years, and that small, simple habit changed everything. It changed my life too. I am comfortable now, not because I earned a fortune, because I never stopped paying myself first, even when it was hard, even when it felt silly, even when I thought £5 could not possibly matter. It matters. It all matters. I think about my father often. He never saw the house I live in now. He never saw the garden or the cars or the life I have built. But he gave me the tools to build it. And the most important tool was those 3 words: pay yourself first. I am not a financial advisor. Please speak to a professional about your own situation. But please also think about my father, a working man with no education and no connections, who died with more than most people ever earn, because he did one small thing consistently for 50 years. You can do that too. I upload every evening. If you would like to sit with me again tomorrow, the subscribe button is just below. Take care of yourself today and pay yourself first. Come sit with me.